Hey guys, I'm in a hotel room for the night and thought I would do another Q&A. I asked for questions on Instagram. Again, if you don't follow me there, it is at nahamshahiker. And this is the second time that I've put on my stories a opportunity for you guys to ask me questions that I will answer on YouTube. So I'm gonna get right into it, see how many questions I can answer in the next, 10 or so minutes. So the first one I saw is if I have seen any bears on trail, and the answer is no. I feel like most hikers at this point of their hike would have definitely seen bears, but I have not. I've been keeping my eye out. I've been looking for them. I ran into my friend a couple days ago who said, like right before I ran into him, he was going one direction, I was going the other. He said, "You literally just missed the bear by 10 seconds. So they're out, they're around, I just haven't seen them. Someone else asked about ticks, and I have not seen any ticks on myself yet or my gear, and I don't think any of the people that I'm hiking with have seen ticks yet. So they're not out, I don't think, but I'm sure they will become a lot more common very soon. Someone asked if hostels take cards or if they're cash only, and I think I've paid maybe like 95% of the hostels I've paid with a card. Some accept Venmo. I think I used Venmo at Standing Bear. Some accept PayPal, like I think Chica and Sunsets accept PayPal. But yeah, I have been using my card a lot to pay for hostels. All right, how do I plan my mileage each day? So I'm only hiking with one other person, so it's kind of easy to make plans. We kind of decide if it's going to be a big day or an easy day. It also depends on how far away the next town is and how we want to divide that up. So there's times where like, okay, it's 3 days until town. Do we want to do a 20, and a 10? Or do we want to do like a 10 and then a 20? And like, you do math like that a lot, but I usually sleep at shelters. So I will pull up Gut Hook and it tells you how far away each shelter is. And if there's like a shelter like 18 miles, 22 miles, and then 29 miles, it's probably going to be like the 22-mile range. So that's basically how it is. It's just how we're feeling. But I think the average like total hiking day for me would be about like 23 to 25 miles. So I think that's what I aim for a full day out on trail. My favorite view on trail so far, I think, is Dragon's Tooth. So that's the first spot on the Virginia Triple Crown. And I just loved climbing up to the top of the tooth and looking out. I slept up there. I didn't know you weren't allowed to, so I'm sorry if I upset anyone about that, but I'm not really, because it was a great night. But you climb up to the tooth and like one side had the sunset and one side had the sunrise, and it was just really, it was a really fun climb to the top of the tooth, and like it was really rewarding and the view was really great. So I really enjoyed that. What piece of gear do I have that I don't use as much as I thought I would? And the answer to that, I think, is going to be my camp shoes. I am not getting rid of my camp shoes. I have the Zero Shoe Z-Trail sandals. I love them for towns, but when I get to camp, a lot of times I just keep my sneakers on until it's time to get in my tent, and then I take them off. So I found myself not using my sandals at camp. My shoes haven't actually gotten wet in a while. Haven't had to like walk through rivers, or it hasn't downpoured in a while enough for my shoes to get wet. So I don't mind wearing my sneakers, but I really like the sandals in town. So not getting rid of them, but I just don't use them that much. Someone asked if they're still doing the photos at Harpers Ferry. I am not at that point yet, but I am getting close to Harpers Ferry. I heard that they are not taking photos there, but you're more than welcome to like stand at that spot and take your own photos there. But I did hear that they had something set up in the parking lot, so maybe like some type of registration in the parking lot, but you can't go inside the building and look at everything they have. But I will keep you guys updated when I do get to Harpers Ferry. I'm sure I'll vlog it and talk about my experience. Will I attempt the 4-state challenge? So that's a good question. That's coming up very soon. If you don't know, the 4-state challenge is, I think, a 40-something mile stretch where you can be in 4 different states in that one day, in 24 hours. So I really want to do it. I would love to do it supported. So if my mom is still around, maybe she can support me, or my hiking partner's family, or a friend. But I'm really hoping to do that supported and not have to carry my backpack for the 46 miles. I do want to do like some trail running that day if possible, but I think I'm definitely going to attempt it. Someone asked for the funniest trail name that I've heard on trail, or a trail name of someone I've met. The first one that comes to mind is Night Heaver, which is a friend of someone on trail who was visiting for the week. And he was in my vlog once when I was in Blairsville, probably like day 3 or 4. So Night Heaver. But there are some cool trail names out here. I'm not huge into the trail name thing. I like when people call me Taylor. But yeah. Someone asked how much money I had saved up before I went on the AT, and that's kind of a funny question because I didn't save up money. So what I did is right before I left for the AT, opened up a new like checking account, and all my money that I make on YouTube and my brand deals and affiliate marketing and all that different like hiking related type of revenue I get is dumped into that checking account. So it keeps going up, and then I keep spending money out here and it goes down. So I'm making money while I'm out here, and that's the money I'm using to support my thru hike. What would I say to a woman who is afraid of pursuing thru hiking? I would say just do it. For me, I'm not afraid of much in the woods. I don't think there's much of a difference as a woman thru hiking than there is a man. That's just my mentality. I don't like to think differently because I'm a woman. I just think everyone is treated equally out here. That may not be the case for most people, but that's how I try to think of it. But the trail is I think genuinely a safe spot, and a lot of people are really kind out here and they're all willing to help each other, so I feel safe. I can't even off the top of my mind think of a time on my thru hike yet that I felt like I was in danger or unsafe or unsettled. So I say just go for it. I don't think there's that much to worry about, but I don't know, I'm just one person with one experience and opinion on the trail. Someone said that I'm both pushing big miles and enjoying my time and the views, and that's true. I think I kind of found like a good balance of having long days and doing things I want to do, but I like to work hard. I like to put in the miles. I like to get up out of my tent and start hiking and not take long breaks. But I also have been hiking later into the day, like 7, 8, 9 o'clock sometimes. But I put in the work. But if there's a really good view, if there's a good lunch spot, I will take it all in. And if there's a good hostel, I will go there. I just like working hard and then treating myself. Like this hotel room, $199. What am I most looking forward to? Right now, since I'm like at mile 900 something, I'm most excited to get to mile 1000. I'm also excited to see Harpers Ferry. I'm excited to potentially do the 4-state challenge. So all that's like coming up soon. That's like what I'm excited for right now. But in like the grand scheme of things, I'm excited to get to New England and to hike New Hampshire from a thru-hiker's perspective. So I posted on Instagram stories the other day that I made an impulse purchase from zpacks.com. So someone asked what I bought. The answer is the Nero, which is a 38-liter frameless backpack. And I bought that to be like a summer backpacking backpack for when I really narrow down my gear and I don't have like my 10-degree quilt. I can bring my 40-degree quilt because it weighs like, I don't know, 15 ounces. And I just want to go like super ultra light for a little bit just to see what it's like. I will probably use it while I'm in New Hampshire, while I'm close to home and can be picked up at any time. But I do want to try to get into ultralight backpacking, but in the summer, so when I don't need as much gear. I also wanted that backpack because I want to do the Monadnock Sunapee Greenway Trail again, but ultralight, so that's a 52-mile trail in New Hampshire that I have videos on that trail on my channel already because I did it with Kyle, but I really want to try it again. I want to do it faster and more lightweight. So I got that backpack just to kind of try out the whole ultralight backpacking, but I don't think I'm not using the backpack right now, probably just in New Hampshire. Has the hike been easier or harder than I expected? And I hate to say it, but I think it's been easier than expected just because I am like the only hiking experience I have besides the AT is the White Mountains. So my training ground for this has been very difficult terrain. So now that I'm on the AT, a lot of sections are like nice and cruisy and the switchbacks are nice and the trail is like nice, like nicely maintained and like easy to walk on. So the trail itself I feel like is easier than I thought, but then just like my days out here haven't been bad either. Like I am easily doing 20-mile days and they're fun for me. I don't know, I kind of feel bad saying that because I know there's hikers out there that struggle to get big miles, but that's just my experience. Yeah, I'm not struggling that much. So someone asked about the most unusual individual I experienced on trail so far. And I kind of feel bad saying this because there's a chance he could watch my videos. I don't know, I don't want to say it. Maybe I'll talk about it in the member section of my YouTube. That might be a story time. I'm sorry I left you on a cliffhanger. Someone asked how many times I get recognized on trail, and it is a few times a day, so 2-3 times depending on where I am, but I don't know, it's cool. Like I like when people come up and say hi and tell me that they recognize me, but it's my fault that like I don't really know how to respond to that. Like I usually just say like, oh cool, or thanks, or like nice to meet you, but it's weird when someone comes up and says that they know me, because sometimes like I struggle. I'm like, have I met this person before? Are they just talking about YouTube? Could it be like a podcast I was on? Like, have they been in my gift shop? So like when they just say like I know you, it just kind of like confuses me and I never know how to respond correctly because of that. All right, and that's going to do it for today's Q&A. Thanks for watching. I hope I answered some questions that you guys were thinking of. And just remember that if you want your question answered on a future Q&A, make sure to follow me on Instagram and ask away over there when I do put it in my stories. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.